can you tell us what your name is and how you're affiliated with the nursery?
Sure, my name is Anu and I am the donations coordinator as well as the treasurer here at Woodstock Kitten Nursery and Rescue. I've now been with the charity for a little over a year and a half.
Okay. And how has being affiliated with the Woodstock Kitten Nursery and Rescue personally helped you?
Yeah, so there's been so many ways I can list, but I would say that the primary notice or difference I've noticed in myself is just the amount of knowledge I've gained from being a part of the organization. I was not aware of all of the illnesses, the sickness, the threats some of these guys face, both indoor and outdoor, but being a part of the team has really shown me what they're up against and how much of our help they really need.
And Anu, you have a very unique position at the rescue. You're not sort of hands-on in the nursery, but you provide really important administrative and financial guidance and that kind of support. So can you speak to us in terms of where you see the greatest need for the rescue?
Absolutely. So I'm currently pursuing my CPA, so I am of course financially biased. That's the area of topic that I can speak on the most. And as somebody that also takes care of issuing the donation receipts for our wonderful donors, I can see how much we're getting in and how much is going out at the same time. So I would definitely emphasize that our greatest area of need at this time is funding as well as the need for donations. You'll see that over the years we've grown as a charity in terms of the number of cats we're taking on as well as the volunteers we have, but our donations and funding has not grown at the same rate. So we're at a point now where we're kind of struggling to catch up with those items, and we hate turning anybody away, any kittens, any cats, anyone who needs our help. So at the end of the day, it comes down to really relying on those donations.
And I think you mentioned earlier that we are a charitable foundation. Can you speak to that a little bit? And if somebody were to make a donation, what happens?
Yes, absolutely. So as a registered charity, we are able to issue donation receipts for anybody that is able to provide us with donations in the amount of $20 or more. The benefit of that for the average taxpayer would be that you can claim this on your personal taxes. With the donation receipt, you're able to with the donation receipt, you're able to get a credit for that on the personal side, and that may overall, depending on your tax position, reduce your taxes payable at the end of the year.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to share with us in terms of what your position here at the nursery is? And
yeah, so I think I'm in one of those unique situations that, given my role as well as the location and where I live, as well as where the nursery is, I'm a little farther away. So again, my role is not as involved or as hands-on. I am not able to visit the nursery as often, so a lot of my oversight is done virtually. I would say that it's both positive and a con. Sometimes I wish I was able to do more. If I was closer, I could come in, step up for shifts that I needed. But I would say that having the distance between the two also allows me to have a unbiased lens where I can truly offer my expertise in the areas that we need, because I am detached, and if there is something that the board needs to vote on, I'm not emotionally involved to the extent where my judgment would be an issue. So again, just that virtual role, it's interesting, kind of speaks to the economy now as well. But yeah, that's what I would say.
I think you hit on a really important thing there that, I mean, we often talk about volunteering being right on site, but you spoke about being connected virtually, and we do have a number of volunteer opportunities that could be done virtually, such as social media, etc. And so do you find that, I mean, again, you spoke a little bit about your experience with that, but that's certainly doable, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think anytime we have a volunteer coming on board, we do somewhat of an intake interview. We kind of get a rough assessment of your skills, what you're willing to offer, both time commitment wise as well as abilities or things that you're interested in. Based on that, we try to find the best role possible for you. We have, volunteers that live farther away in London, in Kitchener, in other areas as well. And we do what we can for them, and they do what they can for us.
And have you found that in your capacity as a volunteer, has this assisted you sort of in the workplace and to be able to use these skills and abilities that you've honed here at the nursery, have you been able to transfer those skills into the workplace?
Absolutely. I would say that the knowledge as well as the experience I've gained here just working with volunteers of such a large age span has really helped me kind of take that patience, take that interpersonal skills to my workplace. Similarly, at my firm, we have a very wide range of both personal and corporate clients, so knowing how to address questions, knowing how to deal with someone in the best way, knowing what to avoid to talk about if you know that's a tough topic. I think just being at the nursery, talking to all these wonderful people, it's just improved overall my interpersonal as well as extrapersonal skills.
Excellent. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's great. That's awesome. You did great.